Well, let's check in on Ice Spice. She just released a new single, and here's the title. Think You the Shit Fart. Think You the Shit, parentheses, fart. So that's where the culture is at. That's kind of your metric for where our culture is going, definitely on the decline. Here are some of the lyrics. Think you the shit, bitch? You not even a fart. I be going hard. I'm breaking they hearts. Bitches be quick, but I'm quicker. Bitches be thick, but I'm thicker. She could be rich, but I'm richer. Damn. So that's the chorus of the song. Clearly this is high art. Yes. And I saw that Candace Owens covered the release of this single on her show, and she's getting a lot of hate for her take. She said that Ice Spice's new single is aiding America's downfall and setting American society back. I can't say I disagree with her take. I really can't.
She's right.
Let's take a look at that clip from her show first.
The one that's in the...
Yeah, in the TMZ article.
Okay, here we go. Oh, please. And here we are.
Ice Spice recently released a song, and I'm going to tell you what the song's title is. It's called Think You the Fart. Yeah, I'm sorry. That's the title of a song. It's called Think You the Fart. And if you're wondering whether or not it's a good song, what do you think? It's called Think You the Fart. Now, I think we can all admit that we've fallen as a society. I mean, I wouldn't say that that was Mozart or Beethoven, but I'm not all of these mainstream media publications that routinely rush to defend this kind of music, similar to what they did with WAP, the most disgusting and filthiest lyrics I've ever read. Here is hotnewhiphop.com rushing to defend this beautiful song that you just heard. Ice Spice employs direct and unapologetic language to establish dominance over her peers, touching on the themes of wealth, physical appeal, and personal prowess. This is the reason that nobody reads this crap anymore. You guys lie about the big stuff and you lie about the dumb stuff. I just want to live in a society where we can all acknowledge that a song that's entitled Think You the Fart is in fact itself a fart. That's where I want to live. I don't know. Can we get back to that? I don't know. Let's move on.
Okay. It reminds me of this lady who has this Instagram channel where every video she has, it's like the end of like a vulgar rap song, and then she does a review of it in an NPR voice. Have you ever seen that lady?
No.
No, yeah, I haven't seen that.
She's like, that was back that ass up.
No, but that's literally the tone of these publications. And I went and found the article that Candace Owens was reading from. And it says, this distinct choice of lyrics in the opening chorus has quickly become a talking point, capturing the curiosity of listeners and igniting discussions across social media platforms. Think You the Shit Fart serves as a bold declaration of assertive self-confidence and superiority. The lyrics reflect a contemporary cultural emphasis on material success and individual empowerment in competitive environments. Like, what are you even saying? It's Think You the Shit Fart. I mean, is that not supposed to be the most unserious song ever?
Same stuff we say when we watch these movies and we have to listen to these like actors try to like elevate their like Hollywood like brain mush blockbuster movie to some type of level of high art where they're like, oh, we're challenged. Like, what was the thing about Bob the Builder? Like, where they're making a Bob the Builder movie and they're like, do you remember that?
Yeah.
Like, just what were they saying? It's like themes of...
There are themes of empowerment and friendship and teamwork, and it points to the vibrant culture of Puerto Rico.
I'm like, bro, it's a movie about Bob the Builder.
Like,
kick it, dude. Just no.
It's Bob the Builder. Yeah. It's Think You the Shit Fart. It's not high art. You don't need to sell it as that.
The problem is that we've always had like music that was like degenerate like this. Like in the 20s, there was that one lady who was singing all that crazy, disgusting like lyrics, but it wasn't popularized.
Who?
Look up that lady from the 1920s that sings horrible music. I'll send it to you.
All right.
It's really foul. And even in like the early 90s, we had like really bad lyrics and stuff like this to a lot of rap songs, like the one I told you about. And And like, but it wasn't on the radio and it wasn't in social media because we didn't have social media and it wasn't.
It was on the radio, but they had edited versions.
No, that Arcanelli song was never on the radio. You couldn't. There's not a word in that you could put on the radio. Just like this lady from the 20s, she couldn't put that on the radio either, and they weren't censoring things out. It was like it wasn't accepted by culture. It was like fringe weird stuff. And now this stuff is like that's where it's the degeneration of the culture is because it's accepted by people. Nobody's frowning on it. We always have weird artists out there, but like now society likes it.
Yeah, it's like odd to me that Candace Owens is now getting criticized for what she accused Ice Spice of doing, which is setting American society back. Like, you want to take us back to the 1950s. Like, actually,
I want to take us back to the 1800s.
or further back. We could go even further back. So here are some of the responses because she really pissed people off.
Look, Eminem was making music like this in the 2000s. That was the most popular. He was the most popular musician in the world.
But he's talented. Ice Spice isn't even talented. She's selling it just on shock value.
Then this is an issue of talking about talent rather than shock value because I don't think the shock value is new.
Candace, you can still go to the deepest pits of hell, but thanks for the free promo. Republicans go stream fart. Heart emoji. That's from an Ice Spice stan account on Twitter. But ironically, a lot of these replies were from people that hate Candace Owens, and they were like, okay, I hate to say it, but she's actually right on this issue. Like, I hate to say I agree with Candace Owens, but in this situation, I have to make an exception. But, you know, the song is trash, and that's just speaking common sense. Anyone could agree with her.
My problem with the Nicki Minaj song wasn't the lyrics. It's not the language. I don't care what, like, it's just they're just bad songs. They're not actually catchy to me. I don't know how much this is. I did disagree with Tim saying that people don't actually like this stuff and that it's inflated. I was like, these people have huge concerts, they do big numbers. Like, yeah, they might be doing some type of funny business with the numbers as far as sales go. I think a lot of that probably has to do with getting bonuses from your record label and things like that, and increasing the numbers on paper. Funny money has existed in the entertainment industry as long as the entertainment industry has been a thing. But the cultural decline as far as messaging has been going on for a long, long time. It is interesting because I've actually had this discussion with someone recently. We were talking about how my generation of kids, like, look, I'm from Woodbury, Minnesota. I grew up in the suburbs. Now, I didn't have a ton of money. My dad worked for the government. But, like, I was in the suburbs, right? I wasn't in inner city. And we grew up listening to rap music. And somebody said, well, that's because you grew up listening to rap music ironically. And at first, I bought that. And then I'm like, not really. Like, no, like, I didn't listen to it like, haha, this is so funny to listen to this. That wasn't it. You thought that these artists were cool. Like, these artists had an edge. They had style about them, whether you're talking about Tupac and Biggie, well, like all of these things. And in that cultural decline, you could attribute that to cultural decline, I suppose. But I also do believe that a lot of those artists back then, Tupac being a poet, there was actually more to the lyrics back then, what they were talking about. Whether it's talking about how the life that they had growing up, what they've endured and struggled with. Even though that their story specifically might not speak to you, the ideas, it would be like as if Pitchfork or Rolling Stone was writing their reviews. So it's like they talk of themes of struggle and all these things like that are universal concepts. So the idea of degrading and debaucherous music for the sake of it is not anything new either.
Yeah, but at least that required thought, like writing lyrics like that that you listened to required some thought and meaning to it.
Yeah.
What I just read to you doesn't have any meaning.
I feel like the disposability of music now plays a huge role in that. You're not buying albums, you're just streaming it, right? Like
Ice Spice is obviously getting propped up by the media.
Yeah. Like you're not like back in the day you crafted an album and you made an album and it was a physical item that you could purchase. Now I feel like the moment your music comes out, it's remixed for TikTok instantly anyways. There's a disposability to music now that didn't exist before. Like I said, like there was something joyous about finding an album that you liked listening to the whole way through, and it's just they're not crafted with that idea in mind. Virality is more important than the actual message of the music. And a name like that song, yes, it could be because she wants to course in the culture, or maybe she just thinks the title is shocking and it's going to make her a lot of money.
It's because she's dumb and the media is artificially promoting her, which makes her an industry plant.
Bring back the thong song. Yes, where is Cisco?
No, that was a terrible song too.
There you go.
Lisa, you
Pony by Genuine.
Yeah, I remember that one too. Yeah. I know all the lyrics to all those songs. They were catchy and they were, but ugh, they do contribute to degenerate behavior, and it's easier to like the songs that are validating your degenerate behavior than it is to like do anything hard to change your life. So that's why they're more popular, I think.
Yeah, Pat the Plumber, or no, so it wasn't Pat the Plumber. Jacob Edler says democratization is the word you're looking for, Brett. Well, I mean, she's not an independent artist.
There's nothing meritocratic about Ice Spice.
Like, nothing. Yeah, like if we're talking about like a small artist who goes viral on their own, yeah, then that is the democratization of the ability to make your own music and put it out on your own. You can go viral on your own now without the help of a music label. But what I think a lot of people have found out is like they end up on the labels anyways because they don't want to do the amount of work that Tom McDonald has to do to be successful. Like he has to do a lot of work to do that. He sees more return for his investment, right? His time and his money are spent, but he keeps the profits. Whereas a lot of those artists, there are musicians from all genres who talk about essentially being slaves to their labels. Like they don't get the money back, and that's another discussion entirely. But I do think that the lack of real album pressing and things that feel final and real is a big part of this as well.
Yeah, the disposability of our culture,
the
throwaway culture.
Yeah.
I wanted to also point out this tweet from a Taylor Swift stan account about Candace Owens. She recently titled one of the episodes of her podcast, "Why the Graphic AI Photos of Taylor Swift Are Actually a Good Thing." And in the thumbnail, it's her throwing up a thumbs up and smiling.
I love every time there's an article that says why something is a good thing, you're about to read the shilliest shill.
I went and watched that episode, and she said the exact same take that I had, which is the silver lining to Taylor Swift having all of these AI images of her spread around the internet is that people will actually pay attention to this being an issue and the threat of AI advancements. That was basically what she said. But she used a catchy title and a catchy thumbnail, and people paid attention to it, but then they didn't go to the effort of actually clicking on it and looking for context, which is the definition of the internet. And they captioned it, "God, please take all the pain from good people in the world suffering right now and give it to Candace Owens."
Ow.
Wow, that's a little rough.
That's rude.
You're hurt. Don't let people on the internet hurt you. Especially because you didn't even do the research, you know? But I say,
they're always
Candace Owens is totally right about Ice Spice. She's completely right. Her take was correct.
They always have very violent like imagery and like of what they'd like to do to people, which I'm always like I find disturbing.
Yeah. So she's not lying. I'm on her side.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.